All right, where we left off yesterday is we talked about the whole fact of the cell cycle. The purpose of it is to make two identical body cells at the end of it. However, in order to do that, it has to go through multiple phases, and the one we talked about yesterday was interphase. We said that interphase is primarily the largest amount of time. It's 90% of the cell cycle. And the way to help you remember that is if you think of pregnancy, 9 months of the pregnancy, the baby is growing. So 90% of the cell cycle, the cell is growing. So after interphase will be mitosis, but let's do a quick review on that. All right, so the first phase the cell is going to go through the cell cycle is called interphase, and this is the phase where the cell is going to be going through growth. So at this point, the cell is going to duplicate everything. It's going to get bigger in preparation to split. Now, when I'm saying duplicating, I'm not talking about just all the organelles and its size. I'm talking about its DNA as well, or its genetic material. Otherwise, when they do split, technically the cells wouldn't be identical. So in order for them to be twins, identical twins, they have to have the same amount of DNA, the same order of their DNA, same everything. Now, your DNA is actually very long, very complex, and in order to double it and move it from separate sides of the cells in order to split it, it takes a lot. So in order for them to do it, the cell has to do something to actually organize that DNA. The cell's way of actually organizing it is to actually condense it and put it in these structures called chromosomes. Now, once it's done organizing your DNA, you'll find that you actually have 46 chromosomes in total. And remember, they're all found in your nuclei. That little round, the avocado seed of the avocado, or the core of the earth. It's that little circle you guys made on your models. Now, if you have 46 chromosomes, then that would technically mean you have 23 sets of chromosomes. And the picture below actually is what they kind of look like. Actually, what they do look like. Where you'll see the 23rd set at the bottom, this one would actually be a boy because it's an XY. If that little Y one was longer, it would be an X chromosome, it would be XX, and that would be a girl. Now, if you have 23 sets of chromosomes, so if you have 46 chromosomes and you go through interphase, then by the end of it, you double it, so you'll actually have 92. Now remember, the goal is to have two identical cells that both have 46. If it did not go to 92, then technically once it's split, it would be down to 23, which is actually a sex cell, so that really wouldn't work out. So they have to double it to 92 so that when they finally split, there will be a grand total of 46 in each. And then at that point, you have successfully gone through the cell cycle and you have two identical body cells. Now, the growing and duplicating is only interphase. Now, if we go into mitosis, everything from here on out, PP mat is actually mitosis. They actually break it down so it's easier to understand. So PP mat, when put together, is actually the entire process of mitosis. And yes, haha, PP, but that's going to help you with memorizing the order. All right, the first P in PP mat is going to stand for prophase. Now, if you look at this picture, you're going to notice they look like a bunch of unraveled string. Well, that's supposed to look similar to like the amoeba cysta picture earlier, where they had the just unorganized mess of DNA, and that's what it is. It has not been organized yet. So what you're looking at there inside the nucleus is the DNA. However, after it's organized, you're going to notice that the chromosomes become condensed and they actually become visible and they kind of look like little X's. So prophase, if you remember our hand dance when we did the clap, the reason we were clapping is because we were condensing, we were smashing them together. So that's why in prophase we did the clap. The next P is prometaphase. Now, if you remember the song, when we were doing the hand dance, I had you guys put your hands together and just kind of rub them. So the idea of this was, think of if you had dirt on your hands, you're trying to rub it away, you're getting it off. So if you look at the picture on the left, you have a nucleus, and in the picture on the right, the nucleus went away. So in the hand dance, the reason why you were kind of rubbing your hands together is you were erasing that nucleus, and that is exactly what's happening. In order for these chromosomes to be able to move around, you have to take them out of their little cage. So the nucleus actually dissolves and it goes away. The M for metaphase, M is also for middle. So once the nucleus is gone, these chromosomes are able to line up single file in the direct middle of the cell. And that's why when we were doing our hand dance, I had you put your hands together with your fingers lined up in the middle. Now, there actually are these little spindles that are attached to the chromosomes, and they actually pull them to separate parts of the cell. In other words, that pulls them away. So A is away. And that is why in the little hand dance, once your hands were together, I had you separate them and pull them in opposite directions. All right, the last phase in mitosis is telophase, and the T is for 2 new nuclei. So if you remember in prometaphase, our nucleus went away. This is where they come back. However, instead of them all one nucleus being around all the chromosomes, you'll notice there's a new nuclei around each set of copied chromosomes. So you'll look at this picture and you're going to notice there's the same number of those little blue strings and they're identical to each other. So when the cell finally splits, they will have that same 46 on the right, 46 on the left, and they will be completely identical. Now there is one more thing to note in this, and that's going to be that you see how they're still technically attached even though it's just barely a little bit. So at the end of mitosis, they're still technically attached, but they're almost separated, and that's where your last phase is going to come in. Now, before I go to the next phase, the last part of the hand dance I had you guys do was I had you make kind of like crab motions where you brought your thumb and your fingers together. That's because you're making 2 new nuclei. So in the last phase called cytokinesis, this is where that final separation's made. So I like to think of C as in cut. This is where that little piece that was connecting is completely separated. So we've gone through the entire cell cycle. I want you to remember that in interphase, this is the area where everything is growing and developing. Whereas in mitosis, this is where they're actually moving from separate sides. And then cytokinesis is where the final cut is made. So the way I want you to remember this would be that, think of pregnancy, okay? So when a woman's pregnant, okay, the baby inside them is growing for 9 months. All right, so interphase is the phase where it's growing, just like then. So you have 9 and 9. Okay, whereas mitosis, once the woman actually her water breaks, she goes into labor. Now, it can take a long time for some women. However, compared to the 9 months, it's not a lot. So this mitosis phase is where things are moving. All right. Whereas cytokinesis, remember, it's so small, so quick, you don't even notice it. Remember, C was for cut. So if you're thinking of pregnancy, interphase, okay, the baby's growing. Mitosis, okay, it's moving out of the mom. And then finally, the last thing the doctor does is he cuts the umbilical cord, which is so quick, they don't even count it. So that's my way of helping you memorize this. All right, I use all my pictures from the Amoeba Sisters video and the mitosis song, and I do encourage you guys to watch those videos again, especially the mitosis song, and make sure you practice your hand dance because that's really going to come in handy.